Hey, Ron, who you got on Saturday, Ron?
I just want to see a good fight.
Huh?
I just want to see a good fight.
Oh, come on, man. No prediction? No prediction?
Nah, I like boxing.
You like boxing?
Yeah, I like boxing.
What you think about? What you thought about Canelo getting knocked out, getting upset? Was that good for boxing? Canelo losing the Bivol? Yeah. Should they get a rematch?
What's the prediction for tomorrow night, champ?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, what's up?
What's the prediction for tomorrow night, Charlo or Castano?
I think Charlo will pull out because I think he's a great fighter. He's setting up for destiny. I think he's going to be here for a long time. I think he's going to pull it out.
Playing a rematch, training for a rematch, is that similar to like playing a series in the NBA playoffs? Like you have to play your opponent again and you have to work on something different because you know what you're going to do the first time?
Well, it's hard to say. I think we had Shawn Porter here. Shawn Porter could probably explain it to you better.
Got you. Okay.
Since Shawn Porter's not here, I'm going to represent Shawn.
Yeah, thank you.
That's why we got shout out to the Porterway podcast. But I think I actually wanted to say what's up to somebody before they leave. But I think the rematch. You learn, right? You learn.
Yeah.
And I think when you saw what he did to Harrison last fight, it was amazing. You watched the whole fight. I watched it maybe 15 times. And, and you can see how he placed all his punches, and he was patient. Even when he had Harrison kind of out. Hey, Booth. Yes, sir. Yes.
Him and Crawford would be a fight.
I know. That shit is incredible. Yeah, so that was the question.
Next question. What do you make of Castano losing against Dimitri Bivol? Were you surprised?
Oh, yeah, Harrison. Sorry, we finished that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. But yeah, I was just saying, I think Harrison's a hell of a fighter, but I think he was a little bit too excited the first fight. He relaxed, he calmed down, and he started placing those punches, not wide, straight to the body, straight to the head, efficient hook. I mean,
he was dialed in the second time.
Good, right? Yeah. And I think if he does that, he hits hard enough.
Right.
I don't think he's going to knock him out one punch, but I think over time it might be
the accumulation of punches. Yeah. Okay.
That hand Cam Buford coming up, man. What you think about that?
I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to that fight. I'm actually looking forward to getting that fight over with because I feel like it should have been happening. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should have been happening, and so I'm looking forward to that fight finally just happening.
Last week that Tank and Rolly, that Tank and Rolly fight in Brooklyn coming up.
I mean, I'm a Team T guy, and then they both are Team T guys. So, but with that being said, I don't really have, I guess, a horse in the race. You see what I'm saying? I do like Javante because I think he'll be a superstar. Rolly, he wants to be a superstar. I mean, he hit hard. A lot of people they question his skills, but I think he's a really good fighter. So we'll see. He probably don't have all the skills Tank has, but he has other things. But Tank got skills and power, right? So defense.
Why do you think Tank's connecting? Why is he getting over as a star?
He's fundamentally sound. I mean, Hank is from Baltimore. He rough from the streets, but he's very, very smart. You can look at the outside, but when you see him in that ring, he's moving like a scientist in there. And I think that's what's getting him over. He got power. He got defense. He's quick.
Why is he able to connect with the fans in such a way?
Probably was one of the big reasons because Mayweather promotion, you get that engine behind you, you're going to pretty much connect with the fans.
People have knockouts, 26
I'm saying Tank is really good. I think that combination is what really makes it work.
By the way,
I think Tank will be a star anyway, but I think when you add Mayweather and Tank together,
you follow the NBA playoffs? You follow the playoffs? Kind of, sort of. What's the officiating?
Let me get the question for you.
Okay, I still have Canelo as pound-for-pound king. Where do you have him on your list?
Canelo's definitely pound-for-pound king.
Why?
Because his defense, his offense, his willing to take risks. He moves forward, play defense. He's not backing up. He's going forward, and he's so technical and he's so disciplined. And he doesn't leave anything for chance. Even the jabs. Y'all watch Canelo fight. Even when you're throwing a soft jab at him, he's guarding that one. You throw, and he's playing defense the whole time, which that's something I love. And him and Mayweather, I just love the way, I say play defense because I'm still referring to basketball, but I love the way they guard, I love the way they defend, and I think that's why he's pound for pound. I think he went up in weight twice, you know, and he lost this one. I didn't expect him to do that well against Kovalev, honestly. Kovalev is a beast. But once again, Canelo, he's not afraid to put his life on the line.
What do you think he could do differently if the rematch takes place?
If it was?
If the rematch takes place, what do you think Canelo could do differently?
I think honestly he don't do nothing differently. Maybe just maybe play a couple less rounds of golf. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just play a couple less rounds of golf and get in the gym, you know. But he looked good. I mean, the fight was a great fight. It ain't like he looked bad. He lost, but he didn't look bad. You know, he was catching him. I thought maybe he could have tried to figure out ways to get to the body a little bit more, you know, versus, you know, I think the arm strategy was great. You saw him bring his arms down. He was like really sore, so I thought that was great. If he could somehow time that up, you know, kind of switch it up, get to the body, get to the head a little bit, I think it would be great. But I like Bivol too, man. Great guy.
So they do make the fight happen, man.
That's a tough one, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's a tough one because, you know, Shawn fought both of the guys, so I actually like to hear what Shawn Buford has to say. But you know, I think it's a tough one because Crawford 4 years ago, he said he was on a path of greatness. Not saying Spence wasn't, but he said he was, and Spence was also on a path of greatness. But the majority of the public is going on Crawford versus Spence. And then now after the accident, we're like, oh shit, what's going to happen now with Spence? Well, Spence showed you that he's not going to just lay down. He ain't going to just let Crawford, even though Spence is making more money, but I think Crawford had fans that were saying he was number one. Right? So now you get two guys in their prime. How do you pick? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you pick. You can say the power with Spence, but he's also smart. Or you can say, you know, the ring generalship with Crawford, but he's also powerful. So it's literally, I don't know.
You think Boots would be able to maybe even beat either one of them, even, you know, with him being a guy still coming up?
But we all know it's boxing, so anything can happen, you know, in Marquez and Pacquiao. But with that being said, I think with Boots, I think Boots got to do exactly what everybody else did. You can't just get Spence, right? You can't just get Crawford. And then that's not fair to Crawford and Spence, because what if somebody was to lose? You know, everybody got to earn the right to fight, you know, for the cash, to fight the big fights. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump to a big fight. But you see what Boots is doing now. If I'm not mistaken, this is a big fight. He's fighting a tough guy. So that's pretty wild. Yeah.
Let me know.
I will.
Call me.
Are you good? Are you taller than him now?
I owe you a game, too. I owe you a game.
Run.
Both four Pacers team had crazy
Run.
defense.
Talk to me.
Ridiculous.
Officiating this year's playoff. Do you notice a difference, or is it just heightened? The officiating seems kind of whack. Do you notice a difference in that?
It's funny you say that. One of my favorite call in the playoffs, it was a game maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was the black ref. He made a tedious call, but it was a good call. Right, so I feel like it was getting better, but now I feel like it's not as consistent. But I do think the NBA is way better than what it was a couple of years ago. This is my favorite season over the last 5 years.
Oh, that's good. You're a defensive player. I got another question on that, but you're a defensive player. Talk about that play that Holiday made at the end of the Bucks game. That was a good. Yeah, exactly. Got the block and then the steal. I think the block was awesome.
Awesome block, great timing. And then you look at the steal, great timing. It's something that I would have done like that. I don't know if I would have took that risk on that steal.
That was crazy at the end of the game, yeah.
That was a good risk. But I think it taught Marcus Smart a lesson. I thought that was great for Marcus because Marcus can play point, but I don't know if he ever been in that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
With the money on the line.
He's matured into a point guard in the NBA.
He matured into a point guard, so I think he'll be better next time.
Yeah.
I think he'll be better next time.
You talking about this?
He should have did something. He should have dribbled, hopped on 2 feet, and he would have had two options to pivot out. I mean, he could have found someone.
But he caught him as he's crossing the half court line.
Yeah,
that was the cold move by Holiday, though.
He was what do you call it? He was indecisive.
Yeah.
But I think he'll improve. I think he'll get better from that.
You said this has been your favorite season. I got a question for you. When Michael Jordan retired, now you were playing,
right.
but there was a kind of from a fan's perspective, there was a lull in the action. Do you expect that to be a lull in the action when LeBron retires?
No, I think LeBron is leaving the NBA in good hands.
Okay.
When he leaves.
Right. Whenever that be.
That's why I'm not ready to crown him number one yet, because every year for the last 10 years we've been saying LeBron is this, LeBron's great, number one, go. Every year for the last 10 years. So I'm just going to wait until he officially retires before he's crowned.
And then count all the bags that he got.
I understand. I think at the end of the day he'll be like somewhere in that top four
mark.
Yeah, because Bill Russell was. I think he's not. Bill Russell's number one. He's the greatest player to ever play the game.
Kareem Magic.
Championships.
Kareem Magic.
Then you got Wilt.
You got Wilt in the top 5?
What do you mean? Wilt might be number 2 in my book.
Wow.
About 15, 20.
Wow.
Wilt's no who
I mean,
whoever did. A couple people did amazing things.
But the argument is he was playing against milk truck drivers.
But now we're playing against these 7-footers are playing against six centers.
Okay, fair.
It's small ball.
Okay.
Right, so we can make that argument for Joel Embiid, or we can make that argument for Giannis.
Yeah.
Right, you can play zone now. You can't touch.
What do you think
now
about?
It's easier to get to the basket, so you can make that argument.
What current player you think is most closest to your game?
Hey, what's up?
Dante's boxing.
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, but you're not Dante.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know. Cool. I know. I was like,
Close to this guy's game as the defender.
Yeah, I'm saying what
Marcus
player
Smart?
to your game?
Marcus Smart.
you said who's what?
Who's the closest to your game today?
Closest to my, I'm gonna say I'm gonna reverse that for you, because like my career was good, then it was like suspensions, and it was like kind of indecisive. But let me say who I would like to be most, who I like to be like. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to play like Kawhi. I think LeBron also. I think that's somebody. I think he has defense, offense, but he plays more offense because he has to. But I think Kawhi is somebody I would love to play like in this day. I like Jeremy Grant, but I like how he plays, how he improved certain aspects from him. But probably Kawhi is someone that, like a you and over, I would probably want to play like that.
When they asked you about the referees just now, I was scared you was going to mess around and get fined. That's why I was like,
that's the real deal. The refs have been kind of shaky in this playoffs, but that's interesting. Interesting that you say you like Kawhi's game, but your game was similar in the fact that you weren't a huge scorer, but you can do everything all around.
I was the go-to guy on most of the teams.
In that,
so defense and offense.
And do you feel you finally got the appreciation for your career when you played with the Lakers? You played for Kobe. When Kobe passed it, your favorite line, Kobe passed me the ball.
I think people already recognized my game way back when. I was suspended one year, but then people forget when I came back I was suspended again. Mm-hmm. I got suspended next year from the team.
Wow.
My fault, wasn't the team's fault. But
that's when you're making the records. You was making an album.
I said something. I forget exactly.
I think that was album number 2. You said because the first one came out, nobody really knew about it, and then the second one came out, you was like, I'd rather go out and perform. That's what you.
I was trying to say positive. But then I think those years was like big years. And I came back, the following year I came to the Kings and stuff. But,
what do you think about music today? How does it correlate to the music that you listen to, the music that you used to make?
I mean, it's different. I think it's better.
You think it's better?
Yeah, I think it's more feel. It's more swag. But we're in a different era once again.
Times change. It's funny how times change, right?